One of my students just had an incredible golf swing transformation. He was a low mid-90s player, and after doing this really simple tip, he shot a 78 the first time out. And it's going to have the same effect on your ball striking too. As humans, we make the golf swing really complicated, and the golf swing makes us psychotic. But what if you had a really simple way to make sure your golf swing was firing day in, day out for great ball striking? That's what we're doing here today. And it's all about the shoulders. If you can keep this in your mind during the golf swing, it will change your ball striking for the rest of your life, for the better. So this student in particular had very inconsistent ball striking. Left, right, up, down. It felt like the ball was going backwards half the time, maybe between the legs. And what it came down to was the shoulders. So the shoulders are one of the most important pieces of your golf swing. And one of the keys to mastering shoulder movement is to make sure your shoulders are moving freely in the golf swing. What do I mean by freely? I mean that the shoulders are not slowing down or stopping due to some other swing problem. So when we hold our arms out in front of us like this, and we clasp our hands together, you can feel, as you swing back and through, the free, uninhibited movement of the shoulders. And doesn't that feel great? That's where you're gonna get most of your speed, when these shoulders are allowed to do that. Just oil up these hinges here in your shoulders, and you'll get plenty of speed. But when we get a club in our hands, and I bet this happens with you, when you have the ball going all over the place, or the ball's just not coming off the face really solid, you don't get that same freeing feeling in your shoulders. In fact, you probably feel something different. You might feel with a club, well, I'm not getting through the ball. A lot of golfers will say that. Or they'll say, dang, it's like my shoulders are stopping. It's that feeling of slowing down through the ball. You're not getting all the speed. Sometimes you're finishing and your arms are pulling in close to your body, your weight's going back. So these are all feelings, these are all tells for us that remind us that the shoulders are actually stopping. And we need to keep the shoulders going through. So how do we fix this problem? Well, this is going to fix your golf swing. You just need to get your swing in position to have the shoulders move through the ball easily and effortlessly. And it's going to vary from player to player. You and somebody else might have different feels for this, but if you can do this, you're going to play great golf. We just felt free movement of the shoulders. Now bend forward over the ball with your clasped hands and make a swing back and through. Once again, nothing should be slowing down the movement of the shoulders. What happens when I swing over the top or chop down at the golf ball? You'll know what it's like for the shoulders to stop then, because as the club's going down, this shoulder stops and it's like I freeze up at impact. No bueno. So we've got this feeling of backswing, downswing, the shoulders moving freely through the hitting area, the entire golf swing. Even from this tilted angle, you should be feeling the same amount of freedom. With a golf club in our hands, we need to feel the same level of freedom. So as I swing back, the first thing you should do is make sure your elbows are together, your arms are straight. So we have our shoulders connected to the arms and the hands and then the club. That's that clasped hands feeling. And when I do this right now, I'm seeing the club move through the zone, but most importantly, feeling the shoulders, they're never slowing down. So starting small here, back and through, we just start here so you get the feeling of free movement of the shoulders. Just a short little chip pitch shot. My shoulders are moving the club, and I'm not feeling them slow down. The only time you feel them slow down is if you chop down into the ground like this with the club. You're losing power and consistency that way. So I didn't feel anything slow me down there. It's a 100-yard 7-iron chip shot. Pretty powerful, right? That's because my shoulders got through the zone. If I was doing this even at a chip level and my shoulders stopped, you'd see a great difference in these numbers. My shoulders stopped right there, and because the shoulder stopped, the club wasn't allowed to go through. And even in your full swing, the same thing will happen. My club head speed changed a lot there. My distance obviously changed between the last two shots. My club head speed was 72, 73 miles an hour on the first chip pitch shot where the shoulders went through. And then here on the one where my right shoulder stopped, I consciously stopped it, my club head speed was almost half of that, or about 60% less. So we're talking 30 miles an hour club head speed there. When we get up into the full swing levels, you having free shoulders versus stopping is going to make your club head speed difference be even larger. We're talking about that 220-yard drive versus that 250-yard drive type stuff. The stuff that'll make you really happy. So once you get this feeling of the club head moving through the zone aggressively in this pitch shot, free moving shoulders, I'm not slowing this down. I'm being pretty aggressive here. I want the club to go through. I feel the shoulders. It's a pretty powerful strike. Once again, 76 miles an hour, actually went a little bit more at it, and I carried it 135. Beautiful. That's effortless power. I'm not working hard to get the ball going that far. We then start building up more of your swing. So we would take the shoulders farther back, and then you've got the challenge of swinging through, feeling the shoulders stay on their free moving path. This is where a lot of golfers will change their game, is after that chip pitch level, as we take the club further back, how do I keep the shoulders moving through? Well, the first thing you got to do is make sure your path is good. Your path's probably going to change with this. So the club path, if at any point it goes steep, shoulders are going to stop. If it's going down, shoulders are going to stop. Your game is going down. Things aren't good. DEFCON 1. But if we have a shallower club in the downswing, look at this. The shoulders just go right through. It's breezy. It's easy. It's fun. It's flying off the face. So as you swing, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to learn a lot about the shoulders. I've got to find a way to make sure the shoulders keep going through. So when we look at the downswing, it all comes back to, is the club shallow enough? Is the path good? So I could have a great backswing here, and if I shallow downswing, the shoulders will move through like nothing. It's like air. I've just got to figure out how they get through. All right. 185, not too bad. For a 7-iron, I'm pretty happy about that. I felt my shoulders get through, but if they slow down, things aren't good. I'm going to do another one where I really get them through even more. I think I can do better than that. Well, that felt good. Yeah. Oh yeah. So on my downswing, I'm very conscious that the club does not go steep first. Actually keep it shallow to allow the shoulders to go through. Swiveling. By the way, learning these techniques is something that I teach in my SagutoGolf online golf school. But I've got a free mini course, the top 3 keys you need to be a great ball striker. Go.saguto.golf. Check it out in the comments and description below. You will get yourself on the path of learning how to get these shoulders to do that free-flowing motion. Okay, on this one, I'm going to do what I see a lot of amateurs doing, the shoulder stopping. My right shoulder is going to stop firing, the club's going to get steeper. We'll see a difference in club head speed on this one, I'm sure of it. Actually, I had to stop it, really slow it down. That's 77 miles an hour with a full swing. Now I'm going to go steep on this one. I'm going to try and drive the club down and chopping. This will really stop that shoulder. So I can't feel my shoulders going through. I actually have to force it through. It feels like it's rough. 92 miles an hour somehow, but a terrible shot due to that steeper downswing. So I could really grunt at the ball and hit steep, but the ball's not going to go anywhere because the shoulders aren't moving through correctly. They should feel like air, like nothing, effortless through the zone. Let's do another steep one. So I'm feeling that shoulder stopping. Carries are not going anywhere near where they should because I'm hitting too much down with my club. Let's get those shoulders going through now. Let's have some fun. Oh, does it get any better? Yeah. You just feel the freedom. I feel free. You know where I've seen this get really powerful too is with the D-river. We want the shoulders to keep moving. This is every club in the bag. I don't want to feel them stopping, so I've got to do a little practice here. Feel them. All right, there's my swing. I can really get through the zone nicely there. Then we apply that same freedom to the ball. that free shoulder feeling. Woo! That was a rocket. Perhaps slightly low on the face. Let's free up those shoulders again. Nice. 290 carry. We'll take that all day. Freedom of the shoulders is serious cash flow for your golf game. You hear that? It's like a bazooka. It's just going to the woods. Wow! You should be at your computer or your living room, wherever you're watching this, out on the range. You should be feeling the freedom. If you don't have the freedom, then you're going to be slowing down, the club's not working, life isn't good. Golf is life. And golf is most fun when we are hitting the ball like that. So what I want you to do when you focus on your game is free up those shoulders. It transformed my student. 92 to 78 is a life change. He's playing the best golf of his life right now. So you can do that. I've also got that online golf school, Saguto.golf, that will help you do that. You can check out in the link in comments below. Life is too short to play bad golf. So start playing the best golf of your life with Saguto.golf. Thanks for tuning in today, Saguto golfers, and I look forward to seeing you in a future episode. Have an awesome week.